All right, let's snoop around our desk area a little bit here. We've got a profile on Nico and a profile on me. Let's read this. Okay. Born November 20th, 1920. So I am currently 42 in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Education, Bachelor Engineering. Widowed. So you notice at the very beginning, William Carter was heavily drinking and smoking. I'm pretty sure he's trying to like drown some past issues. Yeah, wife deceased 59, so 3 years ago. Son deceased 59. Father deceased 59. Jesus. Okay, something happened. William Carter joined the Army December 17th, 41, leaving college to enlist shortly after the attack on Pearl Harbor. He saw action in the Pacific Theater and earned the rank of Master Sergeant with commendations for his service in the Burma campaign. His service ended on October 25th, 45, after which he returned to college on the GI Bill. Shortly after graduating, the CIA recruited Carter in 1948 as field operative. His quick thinking and bravery served him well, and he rose through the ranks, earning personal commendations from both Director Hoover and President Truman. He excelled at deep cover assignments, serving for weeks or months at a time in Indochina and the USSR. Now, here we go. In 59, during a deep cover assignment in Laos, a fire at his family home in Arlington killed his father, wife, and son. However, due to the communications blackout of his mission, Carter did not learn of his tragedy until he returned in 1960. What? He alternates between blaming himself and the agency for the tragedy. This has, as much as anything else, led to his drinking problem. There you go. Following a string of disciplinary charges in December of 1960, William Carter was reassigned to domestic operations only. Continued problems led to a further demotion to administrative duties in June of 61. Addendum, Myron, this one's aggressive, temperamental, and defensive, but he gets the job done. I don't recommend him, but the Bureau is your department. If you insist on him, I don't recommend a long-term position. The man used to be a hero, but now he's busy destroying himself. He's not much useful. He's not useful for much anymore, except as an expendable asset. Hoover, come on, bro. That's rude. Okay, let's read up on Nico here. So, education, JD Law, divorced, parents dead, divorced, estranged, illegitimate daughter, interesting. He joined the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department in 47, advanced to deputy sheriff. He had pursued a career with the FBI as a legal analyst. FBI discovered he had not completed his JD degree. I'm not sure what JD degree is. I'm not sure what that is. Having dropped out of college due to financial concerns and falsified his credentials. Interesting. De Silva lost his job on December 24th, Christmas Eve, 51, which quickly led to the collapse of his marriage. However, the FBI was impressed by De Silva's record with the MPD as well as his interpersonal skills, and on February 14th, Valentine's Day, they recruited him on a probationary basis for field work. He demonstrated exceptional skill in the field and received a small degree of fame for the heroic single-handed arrest of the bank robber Katie Carpenter. Despite this acclaim, De Silva was repeatedly demoted back to probationary agent due to various moral concerns about his activities when off duty. He's a party animal. After an embarrassing arrest in New York City where he and a jazz singer assaulted an officer, the FBI decided to move him out of visible work. At Director Falk's request, Agent Nico De Silva was reassigned to work with the Bureau as a covert agent. Okay. He's got a little bit of a checkered past as well.
Lights. We are at war, and not the one we were expecting. Groom range, 2100 hours. Survivors, 6. In just a few minutes, our enemy managed to destroy the primary Strategic Command Center. By 2130, Strategic Command itself ceased to exist. Our combined military forces have been routed. The comms have gone dark. The red phone will not be ringing. And that is why, as of now, I, Myron Falk, am assuming command of what's left of our nation's defenses. The Bureau was founded to coordinate resistance forces in the event of a complete and successful Soviet invasion. That mission remains the same, even if our enemy does not. We now face an opponent from beyond our world, whose identity is yet unknown. But make no mistake, this enemy has crippled us. They have technology decades beyond what we possess. We must make it our own. Their weapons will become our weapons. And when they do, we shall annihilate them. I give you new orders. Survive, adapt, win. Welcome to XCOM.
A year? Will, you can't go on a for a year.
I'm sorry, Jules. The country needs me.
Your family needs you.
No! No, I can help them. Let me help them!
Will. Carter. Hey, Will, wake up.
What?
Jesus, Carter. How is it you look worse than before you went to sleep?
I'm fine. And you yelling for me to wake up doesn't help.
I wasn't the one yelling.
Oh, interesting.
What did I say?
Something about a fire. I don't know. I guess after the morning you had, it makes sense.
No, this wasn't about that. It wasn't about Grim Range.
Well, my guess is you're not the only one having nightmares after this morning. Head shrinking's gonna be a big business after this war. If there isn't after this war. Christ, that was dark. Anyway, Falk's looking for you. Wants you in his office, ASAP.
The old man say what he wanted with me?
Guess you don't know him all that well yet. The director doesn't tell anyone anything he doesn't think they need to know.
Well, I guess you can't really hold knocking off for a few against me, seeing as how we seem to be in our office and our quarters.
Yeah, I guess some parts of the emergency plan leave something to be desired. Ah well, it'll be just like college, right?
Yeah, except I stayed in Mrs. Hawthorne's boarding house back in Terre Haute. Had my own bathroom and everything.
Well, ain't you fancy?
Are you saying something about that radio?
Oh yeah. Cheap thing normally just pipes in the company elevator music, but it's been picking up some weird signal. Damned if I know what it is.
Don't we have more important issues to deal with?
Sure, that's why I haven't bothered with it. But if someone on the outside is able to broadcast through that jamming signal, well, it could be important.
Who would know more about this?
Check with Operator Chelsky. She's information officer for the Bureau. Keeps track of communications, arranges contacts, manages what the public hears. The whole deal.
I'd better go see what the old man wants.
See you later, Will.
All right, let's check his radio first.
2. Message repeats. 2, 5, 0.
Better make a note of this and talk to one of the radio operators.
9.
You probably ought to
2.
run that by Operator Chelsky across
Message
the hall.
repeats.
Might be important.
2, 5, 0. November 8, 9.
250 November 892. What the hell? November of 89? But that would be like quite a ways from now. 250.
2.
Well, let me run this by her. So she's in communications. This has our name on it. Just so I can get a bearings here.
You the dispatcher?
A little more than that, Agent Carter. I'm Chief Information Officer with the Bureau.
Information officer, what does that mean?
I oversee the dispatchers, but in addition to that, I also manage our public communications and keep our profile low. And for now, my job is also keeping the public from knowing the scope of the threat.
Because rioting mobs of civilians are the last thing we need right now.
Exactly. You and your agents contain the enemy's attacks, and my operators will keep the public panic level in check.
And if we can't keep the enemy contained?
In that case, civilian unrest is the least of our problems, isn't it?
Isn't the enemy jamming all communications?
Yes, most broadcasting equipment is facing heavy interference, cutting effective range down to less than 5% of normal.
Then how are you...
Our equipment is significantly more robust. We're still communicating at approximately 90% of effective range. The best of the best, you know.
What does the population know?
They're worried about the communications blackout, but our operatives in the major cities are keeping them in line.
Keeping them in line? You make it sound like they've declared martial law.
Nothing as heavy-handed as that, just a series of emergency preparedness tests. They'll be tense, but orderly.
Radio's been playing a strange broadcast. Any idea what it means?
I heard. It's probably an automated weather station nearby, but I suppose it might be instructions for picking up a weaker signal. A clever broadcaster could bypass the worst of the jamming that way.
It could be survivors. We could bring them in.
It's worth checking out. I'll have Operator Hughes run the radio while you give us the data.
First, set the range to...
250.
Set the range to 250.
Now the direction?
November. So north?
Set the direction north.
And the frequency?
89.
Set the frequency to 892 megahertz.
Checking ultra-high frequency. Nothing. Wait. What is... It's survivors. They're trying to warn others of the attack.
Reply. Tell them they aren't alone. We'll do what we can to assist.
We'll dispatch someone to help, but we'll also have to make sure they stop broadcasting immediately. We can't risk that information spreading.
As long as they get rescued.
That's cool. Intercepted transmission. Sir, enemy has overrun our casualties are high and we are having trouble mounting a counterattack. The enemy was able to infiltrate and release our stores of something. Never had a chance. All staff evacuating to something.
Yes, sir?
Thanks for the information.
Just doing my job.
Alright, so who else do we get to know around here?
Just running it over to the armory.
I wasn't told about any deliveries.
In case you haven't noticed, things are a little hectic around here right now. There's a war on.
Sorry, Doc, but we're gonna have to hold you here while we check this with Central.
Central? Are you kidding me? Oh, that's right. I forgot. None of you people can think for yourselves.
Watch yourself, Doc. Lighthouse, point 1.
Okay, so there's the armory back there, but I need to attend this. Oh, there is Falk. Okay. Let's see if we got anything going on down here. This looks quite like a NASA launch style setup.
You were there. You saw what he was capable of.
I did. It's just... his file paints a different picture.
They're talking about me. I don't like that. Okay, so Weaver's in there. While she's gone, I'm gonna check out her stuff.
Okay, agents, let's begin. We going on another wild goose chase, Director? Not this time, agents. Because I brought in an expert agent who I expect to turn the tide. Allow me to introduce your new senior agent, Miss Angela Weaver. Agent Weaver, please begin.
Good evening, agents. Now, we have reason to believe our target is...
Is this some kind of joke?
I assure you, I do not joke about potential infiltrate...
Come on, miss. Get back to reception and leave the real work to us, okay? Agent Percy, watch your tone.
Director, how many concrete cases of the outsiders have your agents uncovered to this date?
That would be 0.
And how many have I uncovered in my own investigations?
2 confirmed, 1 pending.
Thank you, Director. If I may continue...
Listen up, Agent Percy. Maybe you'll learn how to do your job. Yes, sir.
Now, we have reason to believe an infiltrator has compromised military command.
Okay, so this is one of those things that's going to be interesting about this timepiece, is where we're going to have these concerns about women in the military and all sorts of stuff. So security installation is almost complete. The closed-circuit security system has been installed in several of the facility's main rooms as well as the corridors. This covers all major sections of the base, and at your request, we've added a monitoring station in your office, so he sees everything. The recording options have been provided, but some of the crew have concerns about installing cameras in the living and hygiene quarters. I told them I understood, but with potential infected, we just can't be too careful. You can expect all surveillance to be in place soon.
Speak of the devil.
Carter, good. Agent Weaver is afraid you don't play well with others. I tend to see that as an asset.
She would be right.
To conclude, all signs show a pattern of systemic interference that
Come over
cannot
here,
be
Carter.
explained
I'd
by
like a
known
word.
enemies. Excellent work as always, Falk. But I'm not sure what you're suggesting. These activities aren't from the Reds. They aren't from any known source on Earth, so we must examine alternative sources. You mean to say aliens? It's more likely than you think. We cannot afford to be caught off guard. Oh, okay, Myron. I think you've been working too hard. Take a little time off, maybe a vacation, and... No, listen, this is too important to ignore. My team has already uncovered a half dozen potential cases of outside interference. No, you listen. I have a meeting with the generals in 2 days, and I will not have you making a laughingstock out of this department. General Deems is already talking about cutting funding, and if that happens, you and your team will be out. Do you understand? Yes, Director. Perhaps you're right about that vacation. That's more like it. Someplace nice and sunny. Lots of fresh air, like New Mexico.
Yeah. Roswell?
What do you want from me, sir?
You're not here in this facility by chance. I brought you here quite purposefully. I've been following your career for some time.
Why me? I've been behind a desk since... well, for a while.
Yeah, but you were a hell of an agent before you sat behind that desk. And what's more, I know what put you behind that desk.
The brass put me there.
Sure, the brass made the call. But it was you who kept yourself there.
I don't need another round of psychobabble. I had enough of that from the company's shrinks after the incident.
It was an accident, Carter. Beyond your control.
Right, yeah. And next you tell me how I can't save everyone.
It's too late for that. But you can save some of them. And right now, that might be enough.
Right. Well, I'm with you, Falk. If only because, for all we know, this clown show you're running here is all that's left of our nation's defenses.
Then that makes you one of the nation's best weapons.
What do we know about the enemy?
Very little. Before this morning, we only knew of scattered oddities. We weren't even sure if they were connected.
Such as?
Deposits of the substance called Illyrium were found in various locations across the nation. There were weather oddities. We received and investigated reports of what we called thinnings. Localized instances where the very fabric of reality itself seemed to be warping, then dissolving.
And this was kept secret?
From whom? The populace? The news would have generated mass panic. No, the circle was kept quite small on this.
What is this place? I mean, when aliens from another world aren't attacking our planet.
This facility is essentially fulfilling its intended function right now. It was created to respond to a potential invasion on domestic soil.
Do all of these people work here?
No. Typically, you won't find much more than a skeleton crew here. But certain carefully selected individuals across all military disciplines are aware of this facility's existence. In the case of a domestic invasion, they're under orders to arrive here.
I never knew about this place.
Well, based on your performance at Groom Range, I'd say that omission was a grievous oversight.
What's our plan?
Our first order of business is to get this facility running at full capacity. I believe our best shot at defeating an enemy with superior technology is to take that technology from them and make it our own.
And we got the facilities to do that?
We're still finishing construction on the lab, but we've already got one of the best leading the team, Dr. Dresner. And he won't be doing it alone. I'm in the midst of organizing field teams to be sent on recon and recruitment missions for other specialists.
Nice.
I'm heading down to the ready room.
De Silva will meet you there and help you assemble a team. Get moving.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna see if I can talk to Miss Weaver here. Oh no, she's not in the mood. So I imagine I get to put together a squad here pretty soon. All right, maybe the ready room is through
Welcome
here.
aboard, sir.
Yep.
What do they look like?
I heard some of them look like us.
No way. I've seen them. They look like some kind of... I don't know, some kind of monsters or something.
Okay, so we've got Sky Ranger Bay, Infirmary, Ready Room, and Lab. The lab is not ready yet.
You lost, pal? Well, ready room's that way.
Yeah, just wait till you're on my squad, bitch.
How's it going, Agent Carter?
Pretty good.
Yes, Director. I'll tell him right away.
Rosemont University. Okay. Is that the next target,
Come on,
perhaps?
Will. We need to talk.
Give me a sec, Silva.
Take a seat, gentlemen.
Director Falk has personally chosen you for this initiative, and I will be your team leader.
It's an honor to work with you, Agent De Silva.
We're all honored, I'm sure, but the Director wasn't very clear about what we'd be doing. For the most part, it's what you're familiar with. You're all experienced field agents, so investigation and recovery in hostile environments aren't new to you.
You said it, best in the service.
And it brings all the normal risks of any field work involving hostiles.
Yes, but Director Falk said something about unusual subjects?
Yes, they might be different than you're used to.
You mean we're not going after the Reds?
So who are we looking for? We believe we have uncovered a new enemy of the state. We'll be investigating the exact nature of their organization.
Oh, understood.
The old man just called down. Says one of the scientists is missing. Disappeared, along with his research in high explosives.
Does Falk think he's gone rogue?
Maybe, but we can't risk a panic. Nils is tracking him down, but you need to get a team ready to help, quick and quiet.
Select a team. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. Okay. Ian, are the rumors true? Some of us have been shut away down here in the war room since the initial attack. Reports of the devastation have been bad enough, but can they really hide among us? How are we supposed to fight against that? Do we even know if this base is secure? Some of us have already been getting twitchy after long hours without seeing the sun. Rumors like this could lead to a riot. Now, one of the things that I'm got to figure out is how long the missions are roughly, and if it's just a straightforward mission, then you're back to base. And if so, I'll do one mission per episode.
Come on, Will. Pick a team. No more flying solo. This is a list of available agents. Falk has gathered everyone he could find from all the agencies. All of them specialists, all of them the best at what they do.
Okay, so I've got 4 people here to use so far. Let's check them out. So agent details. Now he's got a pistol. He's got combat stims, a machine pistol. So combat stims increase the combat performance of allies in the area of effect. And I guess he's got both of these. We can, oh, cool. Now this is awesome.
By releasing an aerosol cloud, the support agent briefly improves the accuracy, damage, and evasion of all nearby squad mates.
That reminds me of finding plasmids in BioShock. It's really cool. Okay, so the first soldier here is, I have to look it up, is Rosen. How do I get rid of this here? Let's see. There we go. Now, Rosen didn't give me a last name, so I'm gonna give him one. And that's kind of an inside joke between him and a few people on the channel. Let's make him look cool, though. Black. He's a support, so I'm gonna go... Maybe I'll go white as a support. Yep, there we go. Great sweater. It's just a super duper swell sweater. We'll go white and pink. Name tag can match. That looks supporty enough, I think. Rosenpedia, welcome to the squad, pal. The last suit you'll ever wear, yep. Okay, now we've got a recon, and the next person is going to be David Speed. So, let's check out... Now, he's got the sniper rifle. David Speed, welcome to the squad. And I like to dress my snipers in black, but we'll give them a gray vest. A little bit of contrast. These colors are amazing. And then maybe we'll go a white tie. Look at him. This is beauty. Absolute beauty. And for his perks, what does he have? He's got takes less damage in combat. And critical strike. Heavy damage to any target.
Recon agents are experts at citing a target's weaknesses and hitting it for maximum effect.
Nice. Okay, pretty rad. Next up, we have... Alone Carmi. Welcome to the squad, Carmi. You are an engineer, so let me think. I think maybe like a blue for an engineer would be pretty good. Maybe a green. Yeah, we'll go green. I love these shirts. These are amazing. And you gotta have that tie pop. I know you want it. There we go. Let's see what perks you have. So increases duration of all abilities. So that's like, there's like a base perk and then some type of active ability maybe. Now let's see, this is a mine. That's an active. I'm not sure how this works, but we'll learn. Causes enemies to panic and flee the area.
The engineer flushes outsiders out of the target area. This can force enemies out of cover or drive them toward a trap.
Okay, I like it. So we could set up a turret and then toss that thing and get them all going crazy and then, well, you know how that's gonna go. And then we've got Hopkins here who is going to become, who is it? Who is it? Prisma Cube. Now, I'm pretty sure, yeah, Prisma Cube gave me the name Colin Wagger. Welcome to the squad. And you're a commando, so I guess you're firing like an automatic. Yeah, M14. I do like the camo color that you've currently got. I wouldn't mind going with like a red. Like kind of like an assault, you know? That red's looking kind of pink. But you're man enough to handle this. These colors are the best. There we go. That's our assault. A commando, sorry. And what has he got for perks? So he's got reduced chance to be hit by enemy weapons and taunt. Enrage an opponent, drawing them out of cover and towards the agent.
The fearless commando puts himself at risk to draw out a target. The target sacrifices accuracy and defense and can be lured into an ambush.
Okay, that could get pretty dicey to use. I don't know. Okay. So, how does it work getting new squad members? Can I just pick anything I want? This is weird. I'm gonna hold off on hiring new people for now, and we'll see what they say about it, and we'll learn from that. Must bring 2 agents in addition to the player character. Oh, so I've got to actually add people to my squad. Okay. So, okay, definitely Rosenpedia. And we'll bring, yeah, we're gonna bring Speed out as well. So Pedia and Speed are coming with us. These guys, they can just hold off. There we go. Oh, this is so sick. Oh, and for me, I mean, obviously I gotta change this. But I can't change my name. So what am I gonna be? I could rock the Browns. Because why not? Browns and blacks. I'm not really down with like what's hip in the 60s, but let's have a tie that pops. And what do I have for abilities? I have a heal. Okay. And alien exposure, unknown effects. Well, that means that I can't be injured permanently. Heals all damage for the entire squad. Oh. I could have used that a few
Use this power to keep your
times.
squad up and active, but be careful. It won't help an incapacitated agent and can't raise the dead.
Okay, can't raise the dead. Very cool. That's our squad. Let's see what he says. Okay, nothing.
Carter, I chased the infiltrator to the morgue. There's no way out of there.
Wait for me, Nils. I'll get your back.
I'll wait as long as I can, but we can't risk leaving him with those explosives.
I'm on my way.
All right,
Carter,
cool.
Head through the armory and take a left for the elevator. I'll send your team up to join you.
Damn
Very
it, Nils.
cool.
Hold on.
All right, so we're going to take a break here. When we come back, we're probably going to be going out on a mission, and we'll see how these go, because if a mission takes super long, I'll split it into a couple episodes, but if I can get it done in one episode, then I definitely will. There we go, guys. See you next time, and welcome to the squad. I'll be picking people in reverse order of their comments on the first videos, so We'll have some fun. Bye.